Hi, I'm Alexis Masterson, and I am a senior management analyst at REI Systems. This position means I essentially do work as a consultant for the federal government, particularly doing analysis, policy work, and writing. And I support a project related to federal IT modernization, which is focused on trying to move federal data centers to the cloud. In addition to writing white papers and doing research on best practices for IT practitioners, I also do a lot of quantitative and qualitative data analysis. That part wasn't technically part of my original job, but I had a big interest in it and that there was a need that arose on our project to have someone perform that sort of analysis. So I was able to take on that responsibility as well.
What does your career path look like?
Well, my career path started out based on my undergraduate degree, which was in history and politics. And I went to an all women's college, actually. So was pretty fortunate to be in this environment for 4 years where I was nurtured by the sense that there was nothing that a woman couldn't do. You know, the future was just completely wide open. And with that encouragement in mind, I realized after college that I wanted to do some sort of job that would be meaningful and would ideally connect in some way to the US federal government. So to try to work to get there, I developed a lot of skills that were meant to be practical ones, doing things in analysis, economics, and statistics, as well as budgeting. So after college, I worked at a nonprofit organization for 2 years. And then I was accepted into a 2 year graduate program in public policy at the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. So it was actually during my time at Harvard where I first met REI, where I was reached out to have an internship over the summer between my first and second year. And during the internship, I worked on a project at GSA, which is actually the project I'm working on now. The original intention of that project was to develop this shared services marketplace for federal data centers. And I loved it. I massively enjoyed my internship, found the entire subject matter to be extremely fascinating. So I actually did a slight change in direction my second year of graduate school, where I realized I wanted to focus on IT based on my internship experience. And so I took more courses that related to that area. And then upon graduation, I returned full time to REI and was able, very luckily, to return to the project that I had interned on and had such a good time with. And more recently, when I started at REI 15 months ago, I had responsibilities for writing white papers and just generally producing deliverables. However, I've always really been very cognizant of what I'm looking for in my career path, and I have a project manager who also wants to make sure that I am able to grow myself in skills professionally in the ways that I want to. So we've had a lot of conversations, and we came to the realization, given that I did my capstone project for my master's degree in an area of quantitative analysis, that was something I should continue to pursue. So he really encouraged me to jump in when there was an opportunity to take on that sort of work within our project. We also, in terms of my most recent career growth, we just won a new contract with the same clients, and I now have responsibilities as a workstream lead within the project. So being a workstream lead means being the main point of contact for the customer, supervising members of the team, being aware of where our various human resources are being allocated, and just generally knowing how we are able to help the clients when they need it.
What do you like about working at REI?
So my experience at REI has been empowering, and that's what I always say when someone asks why you like it so much. My managers, they've just been encouraging me to take on new responsibilities, find opportunities to develop new skills. I think something that really stands out is that REI offers this in-house training program called SOAR, which is meant to help teach employees how to communicate on a day-to-day basis. And it helped a lot. It was fantastic. You have this foundation, and then SOAR just helped you build these skills you sort of had internally and just took you to another level. And I also like what else I like about REI is that it is focused on IT policy, and there's just so much that changes so quickly in the field of IT. It's never stagnant. It's always exciting. And as far as my work specifically, I do love the fact that I feel that I'm having such a big impact. And the project I'm helping at GSA, it has a government-wide reach, which means that it literally touches on every single federal agency, which means we're a small team, but we're having these massive ripple effects. And that more than anything, I would say is my favorite thing about the job.
What advice would you give to a woman who wants to walk in your footsteps?
So I was actually recently asked to accompany REI to a career fair at the Harvard Kennedy School as an alum. And I was so proud to be on the other side of the table, having accomplished what I have accomplished over the last 15 months. And when I was there, I was encouraging students to really take challenges and be future facing. And in particular, when engaging with female students who would talk with me at the table, I was keeping in mind that even though it's clear that males are in the majority of this field, there's just there's so many fantastic female IT leaders that we can have as examples. And those leaders, they show that there are opportunities out there, and those opportunities for young females in IT are in fact enormous. So just my general advice would be don't feel like you are blocked from doing what you aspire to do. Don't be in that mindset of thinking you are naturally going to be pigeonholed into a particular role. I just would encourage, have the confidence to tackle new challenges, and you can really just be as successful as anyone else.